Alright, woo! So, I literally just started recording. I don't really have a plan for this. I just, read some articles and I was like, alright, we gonna talk about, boys. So, we got some articles that we're gonna talk about because I haven't been really on a roll with my Chucky news. I've kind of been slacking. I've just been uploading stream highlights and everything because they're funny and because I'm behind and I'm trying to catch up on everything. Chucky remaking TV series split Child's Play storylines. Wow. So, basically all this says is, I was reading through this, it's just like blah blah blah, the same stuff we've already heard, until the very last sentence caught my eye. It says, Mancini and Kushner turned down producer credits on the remake, confirming the split between the MGM remake and TV series. Instead, they pursue movies at Universal, further sequels in the ongoing Chucky continuity. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? That means that if Mancini wanted to, he could have signed on to the remake. He could have been, he could have had the credited on it. But you know what? He didn't. Because he's doing his own thing. He doesn't want MGM's help. He probably saw all the hate. He was like, you know what? I ain't gonna be on that. I ain't gonna get all that hate. I'm doing good. I'm doing good on my own. So why do I need to go to the MGM? You know? I already did my beef with them for Child's Play 1. We split. It's their fault. Whatever. It's MGM's fault for having someone buy the whatever, the freaking company or whatever. Whatever happened. There's a freaking Chucky ad at the corner of my computer. Fuck you, MGM. Next is Chucky co-creator throw shade at Child's Play remake. It's just them talking about how on Twitter Don Mancini is like, fans and friends, thank you for your support, please read this, and it's like, what could be lost with the Child's Play remake and stuff like that. So it's basically him just posting on Twitter all these articles, basically throwing shade at the remake, because Mancini, Brad, and everyone else is not on board with it, if you did not know. And then another one is Child's Play owes its success to Steven Spielberg. Now, when I saw this, I thought, oh, Ready Player One, that might have brought back Chucky, but then it says owes its success. And I'm like, what? While they were getting ready to shoot a sequel, the studio had been sold and was no longer in the horror movie business as a result. It didn't take long before people were blowing up Kushner's phone to bid on the property. One of those calls came from Spielberg himself. Steven said, "Look, you made your first film with Universal. Just give them your wish list of what you want, and I would have done my job in giving them the first crack at it. I went back to them and said, because of Steven, we're bringing it to you first, and they met almost all the demands. That's how we got into a relationship with Universal, when 5 other studios were bidding on it." Imagine if Chucky went to, Disney. And with that, Spielberg saved one of the most beloved and long-running horror franchises of all time. It also sheds some light as to why there's a Child's Play reboot in development while sequels and spin-offs from the first film are still being made. And then there's this other article, How to Fix MGM's Child's Play Reboot. I want to propose a possible way forward for MGM films that aren't simply a competing reboot. If they're committed to launching their own version of Child's Play, perhaps the easiest way to succeed without alienating existing fans in the creative team behind the original, this could be done in a new inventive films that can do things the original series can't without violating continuity. Horror movie crossovers, putting 2 horror icons against each other, have been sources of audience funds for decades. Crossovers allow series to break rules and try new, outrageous situations with little formal stakes. Universal monsters received the early crossover treatment in films like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. The Wolfman. 1943, House of Frankenstein, 1944, The House of Dracula, 1945, and the crossover genre has continued strong in films like Freddy vs. Jason, 2003, and Alien vs. Predator, 2004. Wow, I would absolutely love to see something like Chucky vs. Pinhead. I think it would be even more fun to see a non-traditional crossover that mines MGM's storied film history in ways we haven't seen, putting Chucky into other classic film universes. Here are 3 I would recommend, and yes, make these a trilogy. Chucky vs. Village of the Damned. The 1966 Village of the Damned tells the story of the town of Mitchwich, England, where every living thing falls suddenly to the ground on one fateful day. There was no visible explanation, but within hours every fertile woman simultaneously becomes pregnant. They give birth to otherworldly children with glowing eyes and blonde white hair. The children grow quickly and start to show a lack of compassion alongside special abilities like a hive mind, telepath, and mind control. Now imagine for a moment that an unwitting mother delivers to these kids a Chucky doll, putting otherworldly children with mental powers against a supernaturally powered serial killing doll that just won't die. What? Chucky vs. Ralphie, A Christmas Story. 1983's A Christmas Story is a Christmas classic oriented around Ralphie, a 9-year-old boy who wants a Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot air rifle for Christmas. God damn, say that like 3 times. None of the adults in the film want Ralphie to get the air rifle, repeatedly warning, "You'll shoot your eye out." In this film, Ralphie receives a good guy doll that Christmas. Wait, MGM made that movie? Oh shit. The notorious Chucky himself. Ralphie has to save his family from the murderous toy using, you guessed it, the air rifle his parents were so quick to reject. Do I detect yet another Christmas classic? Finally, the film that makes the whole trilogy work. Man, was this guy high making this? Chucky vs. Hot Tub Time Machine. I still have to watch that movie. The early Universal crossover films also saw crossovers of the more comedic variant, such as Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, 1948, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, 1955. MGM could easily continue this tradition in Chucky vs. the Hot Tub Time Machine, the latter of a series of 2 films or oil films around a group of friends who discover a hot tub that doubles as a time machine. The original Hot Tub Time Machine sends the group back to 1986, but this film would send them back to 1988 during the events of the original Child's Play. We'd get to watch the protagonists of the Hot Tub Time Machine films navigate a recreation of the original Child's Play, allowing a great horror comedy full of nostalgia that can recreate inventive versions of scenes from the original film. Do you know how I'd end up? They throw Chucky into the time machine, sending him back to the events of Chucky vs. Village of the Damned, explaining how a 1980s Chucky doll ended up in the past of all the events from the first film, a perfect trilogy that could never happen in mainstream continuity. Clearing the path for MGM film where the hot tubbers from the mainstream community in an organic way, the films and fun rather than. While this gets sorted out, I'm happy to look forward to what happens with the TV series and can wait to see what develops. You know, I can kind of see that happening, to be completely honest. Something like that I think would actually be really cool. I mean, would it ever happen? No. MGM would never do something so bold like that. They want to do their own thing. They want to make their own trilogy, you know, whatever. But could that work, what I just read? Possibly. We never know. But I think it could work. I think it would be dope. I think that would be something really cool to kind of play with. I mean, if they're going to make their own Chucky, they might as well do something completely out of the box. And that would be completely out of the box. Completely original. All I know is this could be a pretty good film. It could be a decent film. It could be a bad film. I'm not sure though. I really don't know. I mean, do I really want the reboot? No. Is any petition or anything gonna get MGM the credit? No. Is all the hate gonna get rid of it? No. Is there anything that we can do that's gonna stop the production of it? No. There's just not. We can't stop it. I mean, MGM went bankrupt, so like I'm guessing they're hoping that this will bring them back. I'm gonna assume, but it's not. It's most likely gonna get more hate than love, but we'll just have to see until the trailer comes out probably next summer. So, well, I guess that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little video and I guess sort of like a rant, and yeah, I love you all, and keep on killing it. Keep on killing it. So I kind of got a question. So if MGM owns the rights to Child's Play, right? If you go to their titles and you go to C, you would think Child's Play would be here, but it's not. It's not in their titles. It's not in their movies. Even if you type in Child's Play, there's no results. If you type in Chucky, oh, there it is. Well, wait a minute. Well, I'm kind of confused. If they own Child's Play, why do I have to search up Chucky? Why is it that when I search up Child's Play, it doesn't show up? Why is it not in their titles? I'm confused. Is it because him and Don Mancini like both worked on it? But I thought, is it because of the rights thing? Like, you would think it would be right there. So you can't search up Child's Play, but you can search up Chucky. So they purposely made it so that you can't find it from Child's Play. You have to search it up by Chucky. Ew. Ew. Ew, that's nasty.
I'm Chucky. You want to play? Hell yeah, I like to wear overalls. You got a problem? I'll put your body all over walls. That's everywhere. I ain't talking Converse, but Chuck's everywhere. Yeah. They say that I'm small, but I'm big where it counts.